you sat out there. Everything okay?
Yeah, all good. What did I do yesterday? We had a in-house friendly yesterday with Arsenal. So it was just right to me to just kind of go off feet for recovery, which was nice. And then I'll be back in training tomorrow.
Yeah. Obviously the WSL kicks off 1st of October. You all set for that? Kind of how's the prep for that? And obviously the weekend to come.
Yeah, look, it's crazy to think we've got another international break after the back of the World Cup before the league even starts. But I think I seen online today, I think we're close to maybe 45,000 tickets sold for that Arsenal-Liverpool game in the opener, which is fantastic. So now I'm obviously full focus for the two games here, but we'll be excited to get back and yeah, start the season at last. It's been a long time coming.
Before we look ahead to the weekend, if I can take back just to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Vera Pauw in her interview said she felt undermined before and during the World Cup. What's your view on that?
Yeah, look, obviously Vera has her own opinions, of course. What we were as a team, we were totally collective and together in terms of what we had to do for the entire duration of the World Cup, which was to try win matches. It was obviously a very new experience for us all, staff included, but from my point of view, I think the whole team, the whole collective done an amazing job, and it was nice to get a point in that last game against Nigeria to finish it off.
You've no sense of that though from your dealings with her as captain?
No, look, I think it's no secret, myself and Vera, as two people that want to win games, we always challenge each other. We always agree to disagree on things, but when the whistle blows and we're ready to perform for our country, we're both behind it, and yeah, we do everything we can to work and achieve winning games. And we've had a terrific 4 years. We've had a terrific 4 years together, and we've created history, and Vera's been very much part of that. Our first manager to ever get us to a World Cup, and we should all be proud of that. But right now, obviously, she's not here anymore, and our focus now is on the Nations League and topping the group.
No regrets though, that is it meant emoji, no regrets?
Yeah, look, I guess maybe it was a bit of tongue-in-cheek at the time. On reflection, could have maybe handled it a little bit better. And yeah, there was obviously a lot of things said by the media and people having opinions, which is absolutely fine. The way the women's game is going now, we're higher profile players. What we do will be looked at. And yeah, of course, but look, me and Vera have spoken since then a few times actually. And from my conversation with her last week, she wishes us well for this Nations League campaign and will be in support of us for that.
The way you play, Katie, is that you changed from the World Cup, moving into these different just again that first half against Canada when you were aggressive and attacking and all that, is that kind of the style you'd like to kind of adopt now, or can you talk a bit about you do it again, how you would have played differently?
Obviously it's very hard as a player to like change that, you know, and we obviously have to respect the manager and the coaching staff's approach in the games, and we do that to our absolute 100% ability, as you can see that in the games and the performances we put in. Of course we want to get up in the opposition's half of the pitch a bit more. Obviously I don't know the tactics that much for this week, obviously with Eileen coming back in and new coaching staff as well. Yeah, of course I'm an attacking player, all I want to do is attack, you know, but when you're playing at that level, we need to know how to defend, and I think we've done that really well. And yeah, it was an unfortunate result for us in that Canada game, because we really felt we could have got something from it, and I think that was the biggest disappointing thing, going 1-0 up and not really holding the lead as best as we could. And yeah, but again, with each game, the Australia game, the Canada game, we took those positives into the Nigeria game and dominated a lot of the ball in that first half against Nigeria, and played really well in my opinion. So yeah, of course, hopefully we'll be maybe attacking, taking an attacking approach this week.
You're not a left back for Ireland anymore,
well, I play left back for Arsenal. I play on that left side. As I said, it's up to Eileen and the new coaching staff to determine what way we'll be setting up for Saturday. And as I say, even with Arsenal, no matter where I play on the pitch, I'll give it 100%, of course.
How have the last few weeks been, Katie? Like, I'd imagine it's been difficult.
Yeah, it's been tough. Like, not gonna lie, I feel like there's been a few unfair headlines, I would say, and this thing of Katie versus Vera, it's not a thing. As I said, we've spoken. She's wished us well, and I'll always be grateful of what Vera's given to Irish football, as well as all my teammates. But we're now in a mindset now. We need to move on. We need to kind of give this closure and move on, and full focus now for this Nations League game, because very quickly football comes around quick, and we'll be looking to work hard to qualify for our next Euros, our first ever Euros. So that's in the back of our minds as well. But yeah, in terms of how I feel okay now. Obviously, the World Cup, it takes it out of you mentally and physically, and then straight back into competitive games with Arsenal. But yeah, that's what it is being a professional footballer. I've got great support around me, and I've been supported fantastically by the FAI as well. So yeah, I can't ask for much more.
And you mentioned Vera with Geneva as well. I'd imagine you return that as well to her.
Yeah, like as I said, I won't go too much into our conversation, because of course it's private. But I've thanked her for what she's given women's football in Ireland since she's come in. As I said, we created history together, and that'll always be written in the history books, you know. And she wished us well, and I wish her well in whatever's next for Vera.
And as well, Katie, Ballon d'Or nominee.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
No, thank you very much.
How has that been as well? Like a nice little positive news story in the middle of it all, but I know it's all about the team for you.
Yeah, look, I was told by Jonas, I think it was the day before our game in Sweden, he caught me in, he was like, "Can I have a chat with you?" And I was like, "Oh God, what now?" But no, he sat down and told me that I'd been nominated for the Ballon d'Or, which took me by surprise. It's obviously a first in terms of an Irish women's player point of view, and you don't achieve those sort of things or receive those sort of personal accolades without the support and the team around you. That's with Ireland and with Arsenal, and the teams I play in, I'm very lucky to play with the players I do, and and just work together, you know. So I'm very happy with it, but I'm not sure I'll be beating Bon Mati to the title, you know. But no, look, as I said, it's a really nice thing, and I'm happy, but I'll be happy to just get back on the pitch with the girls tomorrow.
What about the Puskas? That's nominated in January or February.
Is it? For my goals in the last season?
Corner.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Olympico, that's what they call it, isn't it? Maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens in January.
And just to bring you back again, Kate, to Vera, were you surprised overall to see her go, or did you feel maybe it was her time?
Look, that's for us. Obviously, you're well aware of the review the FAI had done post tournament, and that's never the decisions of the players to make. The FAI conducted a review and spoke to everybody, and felt they wanted to go in a different direction from a football point of view, and we need to respect that decision. We don't make those decisions as players, as much as the player power-tive narrative has been thrown around. That's not the case, and we understand how people can interpret that. The public can, but we're footballers at the end of the day. We want to talk about football, and we don't want to be talking about all this nitty-gritty going on in the media. We want to focus on training and playing games for our country, and that's what's most important to us.
So when it was said that essentially Vera had lost the dressing room, why do you think that was?
To be honest, I'm not sure. As I said, I can speak on myself and me and my teammates. We gave 100% every time we stepped on that pitch, for not just Vera but our whole coaching staff. The work that goes on behind the scenes, from a coaching point of view, medical point of view, media, comms, everyone plays their part, being able for us to get on that pitch and perform at the highest level. And I thought the work of the whole team and staff included throughout the World Cup was phenomenal, and it only actually makes me excited for more, especially in this Nations League, and as I said, the Euros, that'll be the next big one now for us as a team to make sure we're qualifying for that.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So much change going on. You have Emma Byrne in there as well. So
Yeah,
you know very well.
yeah. No, it's brilliant having Emma in. It's weird her being in the coaching kit and not the players' kit. But yeah, Emma's obviously she stepped away, I think, when I was 20, 21, so it's a few years now. But it's, you know what Emma Byrne has given to Irish women's football, her career as a whole with Arsenal as well is fantastic, and to have her calibre of just as a person for me back in this squad, she's so well respected amongst the whole team and staff. It's fantastic to have her back in, and I'm glad she's here. You can see her on doing our coaching already on the pitch. It's fantastic, and we want more people like that involved in the women's game that have been through it, lived through it. And Emma sacrificed a lot and gave a lot to this women's national team. And as I said, I'm just delighted to have her back in with us in this journey for the Nations League.
Okay, what's it feeling like in camp at the minute? Are all the players kind of keen for this fresh start?
Yeah, like it's exciting. It only feels like yesterday we were all together in Brisbane in Australia now. But look, it's exciting. I think there's new players obviously coming in, new coaching staff. It's a nice feeling. It's a fresh start. We're ready to go. The Nations League is new for us as well, and we've got something to be excited for. We've sold over 30,000 tickets for a game at the Aviva Stadium for the first time ever, off the back of a World Cup, and I can tell you now that the girls can't wait to get going on Saturday to walk out in front of our fans in our national stadium for the first time. It's going to be an amazing game, hopefully, and we'll be doing everything we can to win it, of course.
You've worked with Eileen Plenty before.
Yeah.
What do you like as a coach to work with?
Yeah, look, I've played against Eileen in my Raheny days when she was PM manager. So she's been the enemy, and now she's been on my side this time, which is great. I guess it's easy, obviously, for the girls knowing Eileen was Vera's number 2 back a few years ago. Obviously, she left to go on her own managerial journey with Glasgow, and now she's back in the mix again. So it is familiar faces, so it's nice to have her in. She's got a real understanding of what we need, and is going to obviously work hard along with her coaching staff this week to implement their football principles, and hopefully we can perform on Saturday with that.
Champions League,
Yeah.
it's gone already, right? I just talked about like the men years ago about reforming and stuff, so that good teams don't go out so early because of the way it's formatted. I mean, first of all, devastation of being out already in Denver.
Yeah.
And also, would you like to see a reform so that maybe there's 1 or 2 stronger representatives from the strong leagues?
Yeah, look, I think obviously first and foremost we're completely disappointed to go out so early, given we made the semi-finals last year as a club, and you could see the devastation on us as players when we lost the penalty shootout in Sweden. In terms of the format, I think it's incredible how we come back from a tournament, and even obviously I know we were put out after the group stages, but those girls that went right to the wire to the end of the tournament, coming back, seeing they had no rest, a week off, and straight back into competitive games that really matter in terms of our season. I think something needs to be done. Even us having another international break before our season even kicks off, you've just got not a lot of time to spend together as a team with your club. But again, it's not obviously just Arsenal in that position, it's other clubs in that position as well, and I'd like to see something be done about that. Even the break from the point of last end of the season in May, and then you're waiting 6-7 weeks for the tournament to start. It's so long. So yeah, I'm hoping the FIFA and UEFA have a look at that and look to review it, because players will get burnt out, whether it be now or in a few months' time, and we don't want that. We want the top players around Europe and in the UK to be performing at the highest level, to be obviously making fans happy, scoring goals. So yeah, hopefully that can be looked into for sure.